Highlighters come in many different formats, whether you're going to use a concealer or a foundation or an enhancer, a gel formula, or a powder formula. They are all designed with the same idea in mind, and that's to draw attention to certain areas by making them look larger or by reflecting light. Who better to teach us about highlight and contour than the master himself, Kevyn Aucoin? In his book, Making Faces, pages 24 and 25, you can see all of the tips and tricks on how to highlight and contour. His main quote for highlight is that light colors highlight and make things come forward, like the apples of the cheek, under the eye, the brow bone, and the middle of the chin. So that is really a lesson in where you should apply highlighter in the areas that you want to bring forward and reflect the most light. Using a foundation, a concealer, or a sensual skin enhancer a couple shades lighter than your skin tone is a pro artist trade secret to creating a more subtle highlighted look. Because the formulas take on the characteristics of healthy skin, it blends seamlessly into your foundation. Just like with any highlighting product, wherever you first place your product, that initial placement of product is going to create a point of light. Our objective is to match those points of light from side to side so that we create symmetry and balance in our face. To do that today, I'm going to be demonstrating using the Etherealist Supernatural Concealer. I'm going to apply all of my points of light in areas that I want to bring forward and draw attention or correct and balance. So that'll be the upper side of the cheekbone, and I want to match my point of light on both sides. And then also I like a little highlight on the bridge of the nose because my eyes are naturally close set. This is going to help to put a little distance between my eyes and help to balance that out. Now that I've got my points of light in place, I want to stretch and blend those in a good way so that they seamlessly transition into my complexion. I'm going to be using a foundation brush to do so. So just gently dab and blend and stretch out your highlighter in a good direction, keeping your point of light where you need it the most, but seamlessly blending that right into your foundation to bring forward in a natural way. Now, had I gone about 2 more shades lighter than my skin tone, I would have got a more dramatic look. So that could be done for more theatrical or for going out at night. You can always adjust the contrast by going lighter or darker with your concealers as a highlighter. This is looking good. I'm gonna bring some into my forehead too. So it's almost like I'm enhancing this inner oval through the center of my face by adding this bit of highlight. For a more glammed up highlighted look, try layering up your highlight techniques and products. Always start with your complexion highlight technique first, which would be your foundation, concealer, or sensual skin enhancer. Do a thin layer of setting powder, and then add a little bit of your Sahara Neo highlighting powder to the highest points of your highlights. So reinforcing your points of light with a little bit of radiance. A powder version of highlight is an effective way to create the illusion of radiance when you're working with more of a matte finish to a foundation. So if you're using a liquid, cream, or powder foundation, using something like Sahara Neo highlighter is going to be a great addition to creating that illusion of radiance to complete the look. Just like working with any other highlighting product, when you're working with powder, you want to apply your product to your points of light first, then blend out from there. To do this, we're going to load our brush first. So the Neo highlighter comes with 3 shades, a light, a medium, and a deep. You can choose to load your brush up and down to select one shade, or you can swipe all the way across to create your own custom color like I like to. And before you apply it to your points of light, you want to work the product into the brush on the back of your hand so that you get an even, smooth application. So the product's not sitting on the tip of the brush, it's deep inside the bristles, and now it's going to work almost like an airbrushing tool. You're going to tilt your head at different angles to see where that light is reflecting. See how that reflects right there on the cheekbone? That's where I want to first apply my point of light using my Neo powder highlighter in Sahara. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side so that you guys can see it again. So I'm going to move my head to different angles until I find that flattering reflection of light. Make sure that it aligns with my point of light on this side. And that's where I want to first place my brush. So once you've applied your points of light, then you can buff them out from there. Neo powder highlighter in Sahara is very sheer and very natural. So it's not going to be extreme. It's going to look like you, but just a little bit more radiant. For a more youthful, radiant, and glass-like finish to your skin, try using a gel-based highlighter like Glass Glow Face. This unique formula can be used underneath makeup on clean skin. It can also be used mixed into foundations or gently pressed and dabbed on top of foundation to create that amazing radiance to your complexion. I want to demonstrate one of the easiest ways to use the Glass Glow Face highlighter once I've already done my complexion. So I've already applied my foundation, concealer, and my powder highlighter. Now I want to finish by adding that last bit of Glass Glow radiance to the face. To do that, you're going to take just a little bit of your Glass Glow Face. This is a shade called Prism Rose. I take just the smallest amount here. Use one finger to apply it to your points of light. So see when I'm finding my angles here, see how the light reflects off of my Neo Powder highlighter? I'm gonna apply right over that point of light with one finger and then use a clean finger just to gently dab out the edges. But now we've taken that highlight to a whole other level. Let's do the other side to match. So again, find that nice reflection of light on that cheekbone and accentuate it using your Glass Glow Face highlighter in Prism Rose. Gently dab out the edges with a clean finger, but keep that radiance right where you want that point of light. Next, I'm going to take just a little bit on the bridge of my nose to put a little distance between my eyes and add that nice radiance here too. Perfect. So now I've got the ultimate highlight. I've used my complexion, I've used my powder highlight, and I finished off with my Glass Glow Face.